Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our Mars in the third house for Aries ascendant video, as in what happens when Mars is sitting in the third house in Gemini while ruling the first house of Aries and eighth house with the sign of Scorpio. And as always, if you do not know if you have this particular position, what sign it's in, what nakshatra it's in, all the astrological details for that, check out the links here. Check out my full astrological reporting through my books, consultations, and link to my academy, Vedic Astrology Academy, where you will also find now my Navamsha article, which I actually just updated today. I'm actually going to be updating it a lot. There's way too much information to share about Navamsha. So even like 41, 42 pages don't even do justice. There's going to be more coming soon. And hopefully you do that, because this way I can actually raise money for Walking with Saturn. The third movie that I want to make, I'm giving myself about a year to raise the money, because as you know, I can make movies, but it requires funds if you want to make a good movie. So, if you guys do this, we get the movie. So, Mars in the third house. So, actually, both the books, B.V. Raman's book, my experiences with astrology, I guess that's the book that I have. Read it long while back, like maybe 3-4 years ago. And KRSchannel Raaj's Destiny and A Wheel of Time. Both say, with the Mars in the third house, conflicts and fights at the border. Like, especially when it comes to country, conflicts and fight at the border. Now, this can literally will translate for an individual as well. Why? I'm not sure in India how they do certain entrances. Like if you, let's say, go from Mumbai to Gujarat, or you enter into a Uttar Pradesh or Madhya Pradesh or Chennai, I don't know if there's like a border patrol. Like here, whenever you go to a different state, you always go through these particular areas where you'll have, a security inside these booths. And most of the time, they'll just let you go. What happens with this person? They will at least get stopped twice, if not 3 times in their life for something. And most of the time, it would be some suspicious related to substance. For example, you ask your friend, you're doing you have some chemical factory, you have something, and the friend gives you this, okay, you need this, and just order it more, but I'm going to give you a sample of this. You take the sample in the back of the car, and they're checking the car. Oh, what is this? So, this is chemicals. We have this factory, and I don't know. And then one can be falsely accused by, oh, you have substance. They will hold you. But yeah, they're not going to hold you, unless, of course, you're taking some illegal substance across. So you will see this if it happens in India. And of course, this definitely creates conflicts and fights with the neighbor, especially on the right side of your property. And sometimes the conflict will be that, oh, why are you looking at my spouse? It'll be over some theme related to giving a wrong eye. It will also be related to communication. For example, I actually did a reading maybe 4 or 5 months ago when I said this. I said, and especially, obviously, this person had Rahu, Mercury with Mars in the third house. And I'm like, you will get into a conflict with your neighbor because you were talking too loud. Or what happens, and especially with certain nakshatras, you will see they will play music really loud. So what will happen is, neighbor will call police on you. Like here, they have done that. Actually, even I remember when we were in an apartment back in late 90s, early 2000s, me and my friends, parents were gone. We were just having loud music, and somebody knocked on the door and like, police. I'm like, oh my God. Because that was a first experience. Like, oh my God, police, what am I supposed to do? Say your neighbors are complaining you guys are playing music too loud. Because back then we got the album. It was a newly released album of Tupac. I believe it was All Eyes on Me. And we wanted to, we were like, back then, Release of some CD or audio cassette used to be a big deal. And me and my friends were like deep into like Tupac and the whole conflict between Biggie and Tupac. And I remember, us playing, what was it? Gangster Party. I still remember it. We were playing Gangster Party of Tupac. And I guess one of the neighbors complained. So those things occur. The other thing you will also see, especially when it comes to communication devices with Mars, you will, and especially any communication device, and here's a specific thing, especially when person with Mars in the third house has an Apple device, whether it's a smartphone, a laptop, you will take, something will go wrong with that phone, you will take that to a person to fix it. And you will get into a fight with that person. This is also an individual who's skilled in the art of weaponry. Some point or another, this person gets in the art of weaponry. And usually sometimes they will, what do you call those two sticks, with the chain in the middle? I think nunchucks. Nunchucks, but especially in Western, like US, I see people who love owning guns and love going to the shooting range. This also shows, especially with your father-in-law, there again will be a conflict. And the conflict will be that you are not giving enough money to your spouse to spend. And look, omen, dog just barked. That is a very strong theme. And you got to understand these kind of omens when they happen. When a dog barks, it's giving an alert. Hey, this is something important, to understand. And like I was telling you in my Saravan video, if let's say Rahu is with Mars, you're going to constantly misplace your phone. Constantly misplace your phone. Like you would, like let's say, for example, if I'm sitting here, or if you were sitting here, you will leave the phone, start doing something, and then you'll be looking all around the home. Where's my phone? Where's my phone? And usually you will see, with Mars in the third house, a person usually will put their phone on silent. And this mainly I have seen working with Rahu with Mars. And you'll put it on silent. It will, and you won't be able to find it. And the other thing we also see with Mars, that this particular individual usually will travel to a place, any place. If you have a brother, especially younger brother, you will see whenever you guys go camping, whenever you guys go on hill station, okay, you guys will argue regarding one of you drinking too much on going to some camping trip. And remember, I gave you a very strong layer of how to understand these things. Mars in the third house rules the first and eighth house. But there's another thing as well. These people do extremely well when it comes to writing. They're the people, when they write, the other person can be intimidated. So, for example, if you are angry at someone, or you really want to get something that is owed to you, especially you will see this with Mars retrograde. When Mars retrograde, whether you send a text message, you write an email, or maybe you write old school letters, that text message will come out as so intimidating that you'll get what you were asking for. And I've seen this more with retrograde Mars. And especially with retrograde Mars, you also notice that this person will always kind of either have to repeat their words, say it twice, or, like when somebody has like a speech impediment disorder, that can happen especially in early age. And such people also, as kids, love playing with matches. They love creating fire. But with other planetary placements, yeah, you can burn your hands with that. And especially with mark, you will see there would be a mark. There would be a mark on your hand through some injury that does not go away. Okay, so here's another omen. My audio just failed twice. First, the audio didn't come when I was editing this video. So I came back. I recorded it. What happened the second time, I forgot to turn the receiver on because I had to come back and turn all these lights on and everything. So that didn't work either. For some reason, the audio, I forgot that. Then the third one, okay, is the one that I'm now recording. And what did I say about Mars in the third house? They will put their phone on silent. And then they will lose it. I lost audio. I don't know what happens. And obviously, Mars is batteries, energy. And energy level on the receiver is actually down to less than half. Literally down to quarter. So I know I have to charge it. But talking about Mars, one thing you will see is that these people will be hit by their teacher at one point. Especially when if you're in a country where teacher can hit you. In India, man, ruler. Either teacher will hit you, scold you, or send you to detention for a couple of reasons. One, you always forget to bring your books. Number two, you'll write secret messages to your friends, passing on messages. And the thing is, sometimes with certain planetary combination, this person will write either answers to a test to someone and pass it on, or they'll be asking for answers. And especially whenever they're reading books, whether it's a study books, something manual, their attention always goes to technical words first. Technical words. Whatever those words are. For them, they don't look at the small details. They'll always skim through and they'll look at the technical words. But the thing is, this person gets it. This person gets what the manual is saying, what the book is saying. And this is why they usually feel like, I don't need to bring the book. I don't need to bring book to relearn something because whatever the professor says, I will retain it. Because the thing is, they put so much effort into whatever they do. They're putting far more effort than anybody. They become wild in putting their effort. Okay. That whenever they come to a class and the teacher's talking, they're out there analyzing. Because Mars is logic also. Mars is also statistics like Mercury. So these are some of the things that you will notice. But it's funny that how my audio, and I looked at the Prashna, Saturn is in the third house transiting. Saturn is in Saravana Nakshatra. Any type of a communication I do, I'm going to have to do it 3 times. But again, clearly shows the omen, audio issues with all kinds of things. Maybe your headphone goes out time to time with Mars in the third. Okay. Again, I'm trying to do this so I can raise money for the movie. You guys enjoyed it. You guys loved the last 2 movies. I have a really, really good script, but I cannot make that movie, with half-assed budget. If I have to make movie with minimal budget where I have to put my money in, it's probably going to be something very simple and very just, nonchalant. Like even the Ketu movie was very expensive. But again, my students in Maga Vedic Academy really, really helped with that. So because the third movie will require prosthetics. It'll require very, very good prosthetics and not just special effects on CGI. I actually want to shoot with real kind of like effects because I hate CGI. It's horrible. You can clearly tell. So anyway, I hope this Mars in the third house has given some insights. And as always, if you're new to my channel, subscribe below so you don't miss these type of videos. If you want to know where your Mars is placed and all your astrological details, check out the links here. And remember, Maga Vedic Academy, KRS vlogs, I discuss all the other videos.